Welcome to Hotspot with me, John Pennington in the UK, and Chetan Narula, who now joins me from Auckland. Hello, Chetan.
Hello, John, from beautiful Auckland.
Absolutely, and today's show we're going to be looking very briefly back on the final ODI between New Zealand and India, looking ahead as well to the Test series. And Chetan, just want to get your thoughts on that final ODI. New Zealand in the end making it 4-0, a debutant fast bowler getting in the wickets for New Zealand, and Ross Taylor and Kane Williamson once again in good form.
Yeah, it was much a repeat telecast of what we've seen in the past 4 ODIs, maybe 3 ODIs because India batted first in one of them. So you get early wickets. Ross Taylor, Kane Williamson score in the middle overs, then a big push towards 300. India come to bat. Rohit Sharma sluggish start. Shikhar Dhawan out to a short ball, and then another couple wickets. Virat Kohli under pressure. Too many runs to get in the last 15 overs, and India crumbled to a defeat. So pretty much what we've seen. A word about Matt Henry, 4 wickets, a good debut for him. I'm not sure how much I want to read into it because it was a debut by default. So not undermining his wickets or the fact that he's playing for New Zealand while I'm just sitting here and commenting on it. The fact of the matter is that he did take those 4 wickets, but I'm not sure if India were really interested in the match. It just didn't come out that way. Matt Henry definitely has some good pace. He has pace in terms of Hamish Bennett. The good news is that New Zealand have a lot of bowlers to rely upon, and they have built up, a good resource pool of fast bowlers. And in a year's time, you have the World Cup here in New Zealand, so that should really, help them pick their resources very, very well because, fast bowlers are prone to injury. Adam Milne was injured. Tim Southee's had a surgery and everything. So, in that particular sense, they have a good resource pool. So, good for Matt Henry.
Yes, it's an interesting point that New Zealand are looking at this World Cup. Now, are they going to look as good in the Test arena? Because that's what's coming up over the next few days, the first Test match in Auckland. You've been out to Whangerai for the warm-up game. Just to talk to your impressions of that game. Ishwar Pandey came in and took 3 wickets. I think the runs for Rohit Sharma, Ajinkya Rahane, and Ryder. How much do you think India would have got out of that game?
First of all, John, it's not pronounced Whangerai because apparently the W is silent. It's pronounced Whangerai, and I've been there for 3 days. I'm Whangerai, and I'm still not getting used to it. But beautiful town. It's something like Napier. Has a good beach trail, but I couldn't find time because it's such a short tour. I mean, they could have given us 2 days between the match days, and probably we could have gone there and explore the beach trails. But apart from that, beautiful ground, beautiful cricket ground, the Cobham Oval, and they had better practice than they had in South Africa. I mean, they did play, some cricket in South Africa. They were just practicing on the central wicket. So, in that particular sense, yes. I mean, some rest for MS Dhoni and Virat Kohli and Ravindra Jadeja. Mohammad Shami and Bhuvneshwar Kumar didn't bowl. Ishwar Pandey bowled, and I thought he was very impressive. Consistent pace, consistent line and length. Some really incisive bowling. He used the bounce very well, and they were not the first 11 or the second 11 of New Zealand team. Young and upcoming batsmen. I would have been very interested to see Peter Fulton and Hamish Rutherford play in this match, and then see how Ishwar Pandey bowls to them. But again, whatever he bowled, I mean, in all fairness, he looked better than what Ishant Sharma did in the ODIs. I mean, Ishant Sharma is not a punching bag for us Indian fans or journalists, whoever we're observing Indian cricket in general. But the fact of the matter is, Ishant Sharma doesn't look like a bowler who's played 70 odd Test matches. So Ishwar Pandey is somebody who could have been given a go in, say, the last ODI, or since India were making so many changes in the 4th ODI, maybe you could have given him a go, just see what happens. He's not as raw as MS Dhoni stated in his post-match conference, but again, he's the Indian captain and I'm not. He got a chance there, took 3 wickets. Rohit Sharma was the captain. He used Ishwar Pandey very well. Short bursts for Zahir Khan, Ishant Sharma in there as well. Ashwin looked good. He picked up a couple of wickets. Then he stroked some boundaries when India batted as well. But good runs for Rohit Sharma and Ajinkya Rahane. They retired. Not again the same intensity. I thought Rahane batted very well. So did Rohit, but Rohit has this lazy demeanor about himself, so you can't really tell how intense his batting is really. Amati Raidu scored some runs as well, but I'm not sure if they're going to be of any use because he's not in contention in the playing 11 at the moment, unless there's some freak injury at the last minute. The big point is that Murli Vijay and Shikhar Dhawan didn't get runs. Not very worried about Murli Vijay because he's had a very good series in South Africa. He should be very high on confidence, having played against the likes of Dale Steyn and Morne Morkel and Vernon Philander, so very well. But Shikhar Dhawan has scored 180 runs in the last 10 innings that he's played, and he's been found out. He's been found out big time by the short ball. One of the characteristics was that the New Zealand A or the New Zealand 11 team, they did not use the short ball. Probably just 1% of the time, the entire second day, just 1%. So not many short balls. So, and I've seen the pitch today at Eden Garden, at Eden Park. Looks very bouncy, looks very raw, very solid, and a lot of green grass on it. So Shikhar Dhawan will not be liking it.
Do you think his place might be in threat for the game, or do you think he'll play this game and see how he goes? And if he isn't, what are India's options at the top of the order?
No, I don't think he'll be dropped just after this first Test match. If he had to be dropped, he would have been dropped after the ODI series. But he's part of both the squads, and India do not have a third opener, so it doesn't make any sense, to just say, okay, let Pujara open, and then we'll get Ambati Ryder. You're disturbing the whole balance. You don't want to do that. They'll probably let him play both these Test matches, but again, remember that after this, we go to the subcontinent. We play the Asia Cup. We play the T20 World Cup. We play the IPL. So he still has some time to get some confidence back. But then we go to England where we have 5 Test matches, we have 3 practice games. Indian selectors will not take 2 openers for a 5-test tour. They will take Gautam Gambhir. He is on standby. He is the third opener at the moment. And at max, I think Shikhar Dhawan has 3 Test matches. The 2 here and maybe the first one in England. I'm talking just about his Test career. I'm not talking about his limited overs career at all. Even the limited over career is divided. So again, I'm not really talking about his ODI career at all, because playing in the subcontinent, in the World T20, in the IPL, he could actually save his limited overs career. But definitely the short ball is a shortcoming for him. But definitely I'm talking about his Test career, his 3 Test matches.
Okay, the short ball being a shortcoming, he's not alone there in the sort of annals of Test cricket of players who've had to struggle and obviously then overcome. That's the challenge he faces. I saw on Twitter, Chetan, that you were saying yesterday that the Indians were due to put sort of 6 players in front of the media yesterday, but they didn't. Just talk us through, perhaps, if you managed to talk to any of the New Zealand players, or if there have been any subsequent sort of press conferences, any sort of interesting information you might have gleaned about the pitch, about possible lineups or anything else in the build-up.
Well, let's start with New Zealand first. New Zealand had their media session yesterday. Of course, the Indian team was travelling yesterday, so they decided to have their media session today.
Okay.
It was just too hectic for them. They had the different meetings amongst the team, with the coach, the bowlers, the batsmen, team meetings. So obviously the media got shunted out. Then they had the practice, but MS Dhoni didn't have his press conference, so we'll discuss about that. But first, coming to New Zealand, had a chance to speak to Trent Boult, who's looking forward to bowling on these pitches. A lot of green grass at the Eden Park, and then obviously Basin Reserve. He took 10 wickets against West Indies, took another 7 against England last year at the Eden Park. So he likes bowling in these conditions. Out and out swing bowler, left arm pacer. India will have their hands full against him and Tim Southee. Had a chat with Corey Anderson. What an interesting guy. I mean, really a rock star. He should come and play in the IPL, which he will, because he's going for big bucks. I'm telling you, I mean, what a really interesting guy. That he'll be really famous in India in no time at all. Like Kevin Peterson. I'm sure we're going to talk about him.
Yeah, we'll come on to him.
Yeah, and I had a small chat with Ish Sodhi as well. He's looking forward to playing for New Zealand and against India, and he knows it's going to be a tough test for him, given what the Indian batsman did to Imran Tahir in South Africa. Ish Sodhi can expect similar treatment at the hands of the Indian batsman, but he's looking forward to the challenge. And international is all about challenges. Young spinner looking to grow. I think there's no better challenge than facing Indian batsmen on pitches that do not turn. Apart from that, yes, the Indian, Brendan McCullum came into the press conference today, he announced the 11. Doug Bracewell and Jesse Ryder are not playing. So Ross Taylor is playing. Had a chat with Ross Taylor last evening. The doctors haven't given a go-ahead yet, so he is playing this test match. Don't know about the second test, so he is definitely playing this test match. Each Sodhi is playing, so New Zealand are not going in with 4 fast bowlers, but again, they have Corey Anderson, so they have a sort of an all-round balanced attack. If they want, they can use the 4 fast bowlers in that particular line.